Yuna. Welcome to your favorite recipe. Today, I'm going to show you how to make, ta-da! Sesame soy beef stir fry. This recipe is from this cookbook, Plated. Our favorite go-to takeout is Chinese, and this is one of our favorite dishes. And you're already looking at it, pretty simple, and it's packed with fresh vegetables and flavors. And this is my little secret, jalapeno. It can create a little kick to it, but if you don't like the heat, it's completely optional. So, are we ready to get started? Yes, we are, right? All right, I'm going to have this right in front of me. While the oven's preheating, I'm going to prepare all the vegetables. Thinly slice the scallions and garlic. Chop the stems off. Chop the scallions into about a 1/4 inch length, just crosswise. Next thing we got is garlic. The recipe calls for 2 cloves of garlic, but I love when my dish is extra garlicky. I'm a little extra, I guess. Also, thinly slice the garlic. So I'm always curling up my fingers just like that and just slice it against my finger. So I am never chopping my finger or my nails off. People have always asked me, Yuna, how do you chop so fast? Well, right here, my 3 fingers are my secrets. We got ginger. It's got a little skin, right? And you're gonna peel this, and we don't even have to buy like a fancy peeler or anything. You can use just this back side of the knife to peel it and mince it. So first thing first, I'm going to go ahead and peel this ginger, slice it. Once we have the ginger crosswise, just dice it a little bit more so it's a little fine. Another trick to chopping and dicing is hold on to the top of your knife and just go to town on that. And this is where I like to take my little bit of aggression out, just like wham that on the ginger. So I got this red bell pepper, cut the bell pepper lengthwise, about a 1/4 inch. So you just saw what I just did here, right? I cut the bell pepper in half. Here's the reason why. About halfway through, you're never going to mess up with this little ball of seeds. So one side has a ball of seeds and the other is pretty empty. So 1/4 inch wide strips. The trick is to work with the other side with the ball of seeds is just to cut around it. I know there's a different way to go about cutting this, but this is my favorite way to do it. So that way, I just got this little beautiful ball of seeds and flour left. Okay, we have vegetables ready. And another feature that I love about this recipe is they give you seasonal vegetable swap-ins or swap-outs, however you want to call it. But so winter calls for a small head of broccoli and a small head of cauliflower. Spring also calls for different vegetables. And I actually decided to go with the summer vegetables because today is a beautiful sunny day here and I am feeling pretty summery. So I got a little bit of green beans and sugar snap peas. And the cook time on these is pretty quick too, about 10 minutes. By the time I chop these, I think our oven is ready to go. So cut the stems off. The last secret ingredient here, not so secret anymore. For this recipe, just going to cut crosswise into rings. All right, moving on to roasting all the vegetables. I have a parchment paper on a baking sheet. Make sure to arrange these vegetables in a single layer so that everything is roasted pretty evenly and they're not stacked on top of each other. So scallions are obviously a vegetable, but I'm not going to add them until the end because they shrivel and wilt and they cook really quickly. So you want to save that until you're almost at the final stage. So I have all these beautiful vegetables arranged, and of course we have to season with salt and fresh cracked pepper. And I'm going to drizzle the vegetables with olive oil, just all over. And just go ahead and work with your vegetables. Make sure that the oil is evenly coating every single part of the vegetables. Perfect. All right, time to put our beautiful vegetables into the oven. See you in a little bit. Once I put the vegetables in the oven, 10 minutes. Hey Siri, set a timer for 10 minutes. She didn't confirm, but she did confirm here. So hopefully she'll let me know by the time 10 minutes is up. Moving on to the next step. I'm going to season my steak with salt and pepper. Flip this over, repeat. While the steak is being seared under salt, I'm going to turn on the stove. I have a large pan over medium-high heat, and I'm going to drizzle some olive oil. So while the oil is heating up nicely, I'm going to now cut the steak into strips. Make sure you cut the steak against its grains. So I'm just gonna find it, it's right here. About a 1/4 inch. So this recipe calls for steak, but you can obviously use different types of meat. Cut off the extra fat around the steak, but don't remove all of it. You want the natural beef fatty to enhance all the flavors. So, sauces. So our oil is still heating pretty nicely, and you're looking for a little bit of the smoky, but not too hot. And I'm still monitoring it. So, time to mix up all the sauces. I got 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, and 3 tablespoons of oyster sauce. I like using my measuring spoon that I just worked with to stir this around. All right, I got the steak here. When you're laying your meat, lay it away from you, just like this. Oh my gosh, it smells beautiful. So what I'm looking for here is medium rare. So about 2 minutes on each side. And when it's still cooking, it's been about a minute, I'm going to add my ginger and garlic at the same time. Find empty spots in the pan to add all the garlic and ginger in. Make sure you're not disturbing the meat, but just find its room. They have their own room here. Time to flip the steak. It's so nice and brown here. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm shouting over this sizzling noise, but that's fine. I love it. It's like in a yelling match. Who's louder, the sizzling noise or Yuna's voice? So the garlic and ginger, oh my God, this aroma is so beautiful. I'm all about this aroma. This is totally natural as you're working with non-stick pan or not a non-stick pan. Geez, things will brown a little bit. So, okay, I think it's about ready. Now, instead of moving the pan, I'm going to directly take the steak off the plate so they don't continue to cook. And here comes the fun part. So, have the meat apart, and my garlic and ginger are still being caramelized. Now I'm going to check on my vegetables. All right, perfect timing. I got 3 seconds to get to my oven. Perfect. Okay, Siri, thank you so much. Reduce the heat to medium. And from here, I'm going to just directly add all the vegetables that have been roasting in the oven. Keep stirring it, and here is where I will be adding the sauce that I just made. So you're probably looking at the scallions here, like when is she gonna put these in, right? Right about now. They still have to cook, And I'm going to add the jalapenos as well. So constantly stir it and stir until they calm down a little bit. And make sure you keep stirring. Oh my goodness, I'm already hungry smelling this. It smells so nice. It's almost done. So you're here for about 3 to 5 minutes. And our final stage, add the meat back into the pan. It looks and it smells like a, Chinese restaurant takeout dish. Okay, turn the heat off and it is time to eat. You can plate this over rice, you can plate this over noodles, but I'm just sticking with lots of vegetables as a low-carb option. Perfect. Okay, we have our dish. When you make it at home, please let me know how it turns out. Please take a photo and tag me. You can find me on Instagram at UnaCooks, and let me know how I can improve in the comments below. Thank you.